Apple hit a 52-week high today of $260.10 after Wedbush analyst Dan Ives increased the target from $300 to $325 a share. So great news for Apple. Congratulations if you've made some money off of this ticker. This is where we ended for the day, $259.02, up 0.32%. To the north side from where we are takes us back to the middle of the trend and the baseline. That is 260.18. Above that, at another level of resistance, 262.28, 263.30, and 264.37. Now to the south side on the 5-minute time frame, one level of support takes us to 258.05, 256.96, and 255.93. Looking left, you can see clear areas of support, sell off at resistance, resistance, support. Busting through this line, this turns into resistance. Grinding up, hitting another key level of resistance, selling off back down to support, grinding along this line, where I always anticipate price will kind of hover around before it makes its way to the upside or continues to go down. RSI on the 5 is turning down. Let me show you what we look like on the daily time frame and see where Dan could potentially get his numbers. Ignore this grouping here of price targets. This is actually the end of the day where Apple has closed on a red day. I like to track red days. And I have not bought in since we were in the 150s, but this is my largest holding and my most profitable ticker. And I am up big time. All right, so on the daily, one target level is 264.88, 278.06, and 291.41. This is the previous price target, and now Dan is saying it's 325. So where is 325? I'm just going to mark that out for giggles. I like to look at targets. We are not in the channel, not in the zone, not even close. Just something to be aware of to the upside. Now back to the middle of the trend on the daily, because you're going to get different buy and sell signals. That is 238.72. And we have gaps to the south side that I have not marked out in a very long time. Oops, let me just do that so I can grab this a bit easier. And then we have this one to the downside. Just delete that. A couple other gaps to be aware of, but I'll mark that out later. Apple used to be part of my gap and go trades. I've done it multiple times. Here you can see where I've marked out the weeks, and then they hit the gaps that I was talking about, and then I stopped tracking it, and then I tracked it again for some potential to the upside because it was interesting to me to cover, and we have hit all those gaps. So I do need to clean this up. Now let's show you what Apple looks like on the weekly. So that's old there, huh? Love looking at that. Okay. Now to the north side, on the weekly, the next arc, we are at resistance, so keep that in mind, and overextended. 275.55, and then that's 292.50, and then this is the previous target, 325 there. And now I'm going to go flip this over to the monthly. And On the monthly, that's 270.13. So we have many levels to get to before we can make our way back up there. All right, the next one I want to go over is Pltr. Let's go to the 5-minute, but it was overextended on the monthly time frame for the RSI, so keep that in mind. So for your price targets, middle of the trend, I'll just mark that out. $84.14, $86.59, $87.87, $89.05, and $81.62, $80.34, and $79.10. And then obviously you can flip this over to the daily, the weekly, and the monthly. I'm not an analyst, but I can tell you where price could be heading to and why, again, Dan thought that the targets could be higher for Aapl, but you can just continue to change out your lines here and it'll give you the targets that he's talking about, or for Pltr or any other ticker that you are interested in. So to the north side, 88.58, and to the south side on the daily, 79.97, 71.24, and 53.37. I don't know if we'll get there anytime soon. Right now we are in an upward channel on the daily. And on the weekly, I've got to change out my line, so I'm not going to do that. But again, we've got targets to the south side. And I did buy in at this level and many other levels. And I think, I don't remember what the last price target I bought in at. It was in the 20s though. I have traded this before in the past. Oh, and by the way, TradingView did blow my chart up. Everything got destroyed. I had to start my chart all over again. I'm very disappointed, not happy with TradingView for doing that. And I made years and years of lines and price targets and gaps and all kinds of things and notes, and it's all gone. So this is all I've got for you here for Pltr. The next one I want to go over is going to be Nvda. $139.93 is where we are, down 0.21%. Middle of the trend, 142.29, 145.21, 146.75, 148.34. Ignore those yellow lines. Those are previous middle of the trend lines that have now turned into resistance. 139.27, 137.76, and 136.24. I wanted to clean up this chart because it's been a while since I've looked at it. And what happened here? This target that I called to the downside closed on the 18th of December. So we gapped up. I anticipated to fill on the downside, and we did at 130.38, and we fell down even more to another gap fill and then bounced off of that. That turned into support. Let me go to the daily and clean this up. Well, actually, I should really be cleaning this up on the time frame that I did it within, which is the 5-minute. So let me just tweak this. This touched. Remember, I always extend. I have no idea where it stops when I'm tracking a gap, and it did right there on the 17th, taking us down to 128.45. Delete, no longer a threat to our account, to the south side. And then we have this one. I'll mark it since I'm here. In red, 119.18, and then 114 to the south side there. And yeah, we've got other landmines to the south side, but we are not in the channel, not in the zone, not even close, but something to be aware of. The 1-year price target is now 174.67, which represents a 25% return from where we are. So the middle of the trend takes us to 152.32. RSI going sideways there. And on the weekly, turning up. And on, oops, that's the 3-month, which I don't want to show. I don't play on that time frame. Overextended big time. So watch out. We could reverse course to go back up again. The highest we've gotten is 95. We're not there, so we've got some past history and some room to move still. We could go above it, obviously, and then go down, because anytime you are overextended, I use this as support and resistance. You can anticipate it to fall down after it hits this level, because it won't stay there. It will rebalance. And the lowest it's gone is roughly 34.70. All right. Trader Marat and I have looked at Nvda many times. Oh, let's clean up anything I need to. Nope, that's good now. And then that gap closed. So these are the gaps that are in play, but right now still going strong on the 5-minute. But these previous lines will act as resistance, and then 152.89 right here will be the 52-week high. Okay, after that, let's go to SMCI. Let me hit Option R to reset. So the 1-year price target is 34.50. We've obviously hit it previously, but it got readjusted, I guess. I don't know why this is not in red. It makes no sense to me, but I'm just going to mark it out because technically we already hit it right there. So why is this not upgraded or in red? Because that way it tells you that we've hit it. Whatever, doesn't matter. We're going to go for it again, and it's going to hit it. So that lines up with the middle of the trend as well as the baseline. It's like right there, very close. And to the north side, 35.70, 36.34, 36.99, 33.10, 32.42, and 31.74. Look at that. Buy in at support, sell off at resistance, sell off at resistance, resistance. Now we're just grinding along the middle of the trend, but we are from up here, down here. That's at support, so we could make a run for it, but this will act as resistance. And the forecast after this is $60. And I want to go over something else, BlackBerry, which I just did. But I own some down here and here as well. But I'm trying to be patient and sell out. Well, that would just take us to the middle of the trend. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go a little higher. But I'll give you some price targets. $4.14, the gap closes at $4.09 there. $4.41, $4.54, $4.67, and then we've got this gap that closes out at $4.72. Fingers crossed, we did hit the 385 target that I was tracking. First, it was 362. Then that's when I looked at it on the 18th. Then I looked at it on the 23rd, and we hit that. So congrats. Now the next leg up is going to be 475. That's a long ways off, okay? Long ways off. Right up there. Well, past that gap. But we are going up. Well, I shouldn't say long ways off. I mean, we could get there. Well, this is Thursday. Friday, if things continue to go up. Oh, okay, so Friday we could, come on, hit this level, 463. That's actually very doable. Okay, but it's going to whip us around. You can just bet on that to happen. So right now for the shares I bought in right down here, I am up roughly 50%, and I want to unload these shares here, this lot, and that's not up that much. That's up 10%, but if I set set my sell limit here at 410, that's a 14%. So I want to lock in my gains for this lot level that I bought in, but hold on to this level. That's my strategy. I'm sticking with it. All right. And what else did I want to go over? Well, I'm so excited about Palantir because, let me go back to it. I am up over, I forgot to mention this, I am up 383% on one account and then 283% on a different account. And I am just blown away by the just the momentum and the backing of just everyday traders talking about this ticker on YouTube, institutions getting in. I mean, it's just nuts. I was just hoping to get to $70 by the end of this year. So this has surpassed my expectations and it's just been amazing. But as much as I'm up with Palantir, I'm up even more with my Aapl shares. It's crazy. And the other thing, what do I want to do? Oh, right here. The reason I want to go over MCHP really quickly, and this is going to be my last ticker. By the way, I hope you all had a fantastic Christmas. I had a fabulous Christmas. All right. To the middle of the trend. Let me just mark this out. 58.99. Above that, another level of resistance. 59.61, 59.91, and 60.22. Below that, 58.36, 58.04, 57.74. Look at all the buy-ins pretty much at support. I mean, this never got there, just ran up anyway, but sell-off at resistance, the sell-off. I mean, it's pretty easy to see what you can anticipate price to do. And then always, whenever you can expect it to kind of grind at the middle of the trend when it's in its resting phase. It's neutral. This is the neutral line. All right, I'm going to switch this over. I was going to say pull the chart down, but I want to add to this. I'm working on a Magnificent 20 watch list, thanks to the suggestion of Nate. And there are a few other ones I want to put down. This is not to say buy it by any means. I only buy it typically because I don't need any more tickers. I have so many I am trading that I flip over to the monthly, and then if it looks good on the monthly, I will take a position. So I'm just including this because I've noticed that these have hit a 52-week low. Can they go lower? Absolutely. That's why you just want to make sure you're tracking, learning, watching, listening before you go all in, because you will lose your shirt if you don't know what you're doing. Okay, that's going to be STZ, although it started to run, I think. I have to look at again. Dollar General, although I don't like retail stocks. I'm just a technical trader, and that's all I'm doing here, just pointing things out. Did I do mRNA already? I know I own it, but DVN. All right, I'm going to have to double check this because when I looked at it earlier in the day, it looked good to me, or it looked better because it was falling down. So Microchip, Dow, Intel, Comcast, BIB is Biogen, CVS, is that Nucor? I can't remember. CI, Elevance, I think, or Elevance? Oh, wait. I already have STZ in here. Okay, I have to renumber. Like, okay, I'm tweaking these and just hoping to check that out. So let's look at DG. Oops, not GG, not Gucci. No. Gucci. What am I doing? What was I looking at? DG. Hello. Hello. DG. Dollar General. All right, here we are on the daily. We hit the 52-week low is 72.12. Let's look at this on the monthly. Now, the lowest we've gone is 25.66. Still going down, but look, we're curving a little bit. So look at this. You can anticipate it to crack and roll over any point above here. And it did. Extended all the way to 87.57. But, you know, it's run up a little bit today. So I didn't catch it at the 52-week low, but it's good enough. And I know, let's see, where have I tracked this in the past? In the 130s, yeah. It was right before a rollover. All right, so that is Dollar General, mRNA. Where are we on the monthly? So we're starting to curl here a little bit, but still at that 34 range. I like it at 30 and below. You get a better price at that level, but sometimes it just doesn't get there, and then you just got to get in. But I used to also look at it at 40 and below, but if you want to play it more conservatively, just 30 and below. Stick to your principles, and that way it may help you from entering something too early. But again, it may never hit your area, so who knows. So the 52-week low is 35.80, but I guess I bought in at 37.29, and then previously, look at this, I got whipped 48.20. So that's not good. But that's okay. This is a long-term play for me. And then after that, let's look at DVN. After this one, that is. Okay, RSI is still turning down, so we are still going to fall. But the 52-week low is 30.39. We ended the day at 31.11. So I want to see, we could still go, and the lowest it's gone down is to 21. The 52-week, the 1 year price target, if you can stomach it, is $50.04, which represents a 60% return on your money. So I'm going to have to definitely keep my eyes on this one and start a position. Let me just do this. What? Microchip. So that's number 13. All right, let me go back. DVN. I'll go through and then I will mark number 13 out of 20. still, oh, RSI still tanking. Doesn't mean I'm buying right now, but if it's going to go down a little bit more, I'm just going to wait. All right. And that does it for me. I hope you have a fantastic trading day, and let me know what you are betting on for 2025, and I will track it for you. All right, have a great trading day.